A massive sandstorm engulfed parts of northwest China's Qinghai province on July 20th, disrupting traffic and plunging towns into darkness. The worst hit was Haixi-Mongol and Tibetan Autonomous Prefecture, where the storm lasted nearly 4 hours. The visibility dropped below 200 meters, or 656 feet, at the storm's peak. The storm rose ominously on the horizon before it moved into populated areas, blotting out the sunlight, as winds recorded at 53 kilometers per hour, or 33 miles per hour, whipped up clouds of sand. A dangerous tornado touched down in the suburbs of the city of Zhongzhou, China's Henan province, damaging factories and downing power lines. The China Meteorological Administration assigned it a preliminary rating of EF2. There were no fatalities, but reports mentioned several injured people. A magnitude 5.9 earthquake was recorded 53 kilometers, or 33 miles south of Kengtung City, on July 21st, at 17:07 UTC, or 23:37 Myanmar local time, on July 22nd. It had a depth of 10 kilometers, or 6 miles, and was felt in neighboring Thailand. Explosive activity on Popocatépetl volcano continues, with a new moderate eruption at 2024 UTC, sending a volcanic ash plume up to an estimated 20,000 feet, or 6,100 meters. At least 21 people have been killed, and several others remain missing, after heavy rainfall hit Iran's southern Fars province. The city of Istaban was hardest hit, with heavy rain swelling the Raudbul River, where several people, visiting the riverside, were caught by rising water levels. As a result, 17 bodies have been found in the vicinity of Istaban. In total, rescue teams saved 55 people trapped by floodwaters. Iran is a largely arid country, but floods here have been worsened by severe droughts that occurred over the past decade, which has made the soil harder, leading to the rainwater being unable to permeate through the sun-baked earth. A large waterspout formed over Sabine Lake, and then came ashore in Port Arthur, Texas. There were no reports of damages or injuries. The wildfire that broke out on the outskirts of Kishkunhalas the day before, and which burned about 200 hectares, or 500 acres of pine and mixed forest, was brought under control. More than 100 professional and volunteer firefighters and civilians from 17 settlements extinguished the flames. Their concerted efforts were being hampered by wind and the difficult terrain. No one was injured, but several people and animals from an animal shelter had to be evacuated due to the fire. A violent storm, accompanied by heavy rain and hail, caused significant damage in the Malopolska region, with the city of Krakow and its suburbs having suffered the most damage. Strong gusts of wind left 2 people dead and 36,000 without electricity, tore up trees, and damaged roofs and cars. In total, according to the estimates of the services, about 200 buildings were damaged, with 30 of them having their roofs torn off, and about 100 vehicles were damaged due to fallen trees. In addition, a heavy hailstorm with big hailstones damaged agricultural and allotment crops in some areas. For the second day in a row, bad weather is raging in the resort of Sochi and its surroundings, in the Krasnodar region. The city was hit by a monthly rainfall in a couple of hours, which led to the Bzugu River overflowing its banks and flooding the streets of the city. Yards, basements, and first floors of houses went underwater. Powerful streams of water were carrying away cars with passengers inside. Several substations were flooded, resulting in power outages. One woman lost her life, wedged between a taxi cab and an avenue railing.
Смерть, наводнение. Вот так.
A state of emergency has been declared in part of California, as the largest active wildfire in the US rapidly spreads near Yosemite National Park. The Oak Fire, which is raging in Mariposa County and has burned nearly 12,000 acres so far, has quickly grown since starting on Friday, having explosive behavior. Around 400 firefighters and 4 helicopters have been deployed to fight the blaze, while officials don't expect to contain the fire until next week. More than 6,000 people have been evacuated, and 10 homes were destroyed. Heavy rain lashed 15 districts of East Rajasthan state, including its capital Jaipur. Many streets and main roads of the cities were submerged due to the rains, as well as low-lying areas were waterlogged due to the continuous release of water from the Anna Sagar lake, and several houses and shops were also reported to be flooded.
आवाटिया या पाची ये देखिए पूरी डूब गई ये देखिए कितना पानी